Wait, that's another lucky block. Huh? Wait, make it stop! Ah, my head. Wait, where am I? So, 100 days in ancient Egypt. There's like pyramids and stuff, tons of raiders, barely any water or land, so this is going to be a really interesting 100 days. But you may be wondering, what are my goals? Goal number 1 is to obtain at least 1 piece of a tomb armor, 2, to have a viable food source, and 3, to kill the pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Anyway, if you do really enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe and even like. My goal is to hit 50,000 subscribers this year, and I know we can do it, guys. Anyway, here's how I survived 100 days. Day 1 was to start to our adventure. I started this day by looking around. There seemed to be a raid near me, so I went to stay away from that. I continued going and I found a ruin with some pretty basic loot, but it was good for getting started. I also went to the other one while I was getting attacked, so I could get some coal. This biome had to be dangerous. It was starting to get dark and I had a wolf chasing me. I thought the best way to get away from it was to jump over this cliff, which is what I did. Thankfully it didn't get me, but it seemed pretty annoyed. That wolf wasn't the only thing annoyed though. I realized it was getting dark and I had nothing. I decided to go make a little hole and started making a crafting table and some basic tools. It was a long night. Day 2 to 10, I really needed to go find some food. So that's what I did. I looked inside trees and I found the scarabs. I don't know what they're doing up there, but I'm not complaining since I could get food. They could have killed me though. I had to spend a lot of time doing this since the drop rate was pretty low, but I needed more dead root anyway. I had to make sure I wouldn't run out of food for at least a few more days. This was really worrying. I continued to look around and I found some camels, which I could have probably killed, but I really wanted to go tame one. I had a saddle, so this meant I could have some way of transport. This would save me a lot of hunger since I won't be the one moving. I did get hit a lot from these raiders, but I could actually get away now. Now all I have to do is find a biome that has at least 1 bit of water, and after a while of searching, I did thankfully find one. Although, making a base right now could be very risky, so I went into the caves. And from day 11 to 12, I went and got some more resources. I just wanted to make sure that I couldn't get hurt and I could defend myself against mummies and even raiders, so I went to go get some basic resources. Assassins also try to go jump on me, so I went to go kill them as well. Day 13 to 20, I went inside a mine shaft. I didn't even realize there were mine shafts in ancient Egypt. That didn't matter though. What I wanted to get is some coal and some more iron. So I spent time doing that, and eventually I found iron ore. This meant I can make a shield and defend myself a little bit better. Thankfully, I did have some limestone left. I went and made a furnace and went to go smelt all this iron. I wanted to make sure I can make a shield and not die. Bad news though, I did run out of food. But that's okay since there weren't too many mobs down here. All I really had to worry about was getting back to the top and defending myself while I make a house. We ended up making our first bit of iron armor, but we needed more, so we went further down into the caves and found even more iron. And so far, I didn't find any mobs, which I was pretty grateful for. If I found anything, I would honestly just be so scared. Since after I do say that though, I did encounter a mob. Thankfully, it was really slow, so I went to go block it off. I also found bone ore, which it's best not to question things. Like, I got time travel back to ancient Egypt. I'm not complaining, I just want to survive. I was pretty low down in the caves and they had lapis as well. So with these pickaxes, I went to go get them. They also had more bone ore and sadly no diamond. But it's fine because we can make iron chest plates and iron tools for now. I ended up making an iron sword so we could get out. Day 21 to 22 were actually pretty scary. I was up on the main level, and that means raiders can come after me. This meant I needed to make a 2-layer house as fast as possible. I didn't want them to come over here and kill me. If you didn't know, this was my 7th attempt of beating 100 days in ancient Egypt because of these damn raiders. It's fine though because we eventually made this house. Day 83, a swarm of them just came to my house. I wanted to go kill them, so I basically just camped and killed them, really. That's kind of all I did. There was also a sandstorm, so I just kind of wanted to go place some torches. I thought this could stop them from spawning, but even more just came, and oh my god, they're just everywhere. I was getting so low, but I just kept placing torches. I was actually so angry. I just wanted to go get all these torches done, and yeah, that's really all I did. I just went back to my house. I kind of just went AFK for a while, kind of just cried inside due to these raiders. It was a very painful day, I will have to admit. Day 24, I actually completed my first goal. I got some emmer seeds from some of the loot crates I found before and planted them. Otherwise than that though, I just spent most of this day trying to find out how to make a curin. Oh my god, how can I mess that up so bad? It's fine though, because we made one and we started making all this emmer flour and made it into dough with the water. We turned this into bread. Day 25 to 28 was so painful. I had to use a wooden pickaxe just to go make a strip mine. I did this because I wanted to find iron badly, mainly so I can make an actual good pickaxe. I also used a quern, and yes, I said it right, to go make some flour. Day 29, I went exploring. I wanted to go find something better, but there was so much raiders outside my base, and it was a sandstorm. All I could see was arrows. Eventually, I did get away from these, and I ended up going into a deadroot forest. I thought at the time it was the only way to get away from these raiders, and that's what I did. I went in and just hoped for the best. I did get away, thankfully. I was safe and I could actually go eat some food. After running away from the raiders, I continued my journey. I wanted to see if I could find some precious loot that will be valuable to me. I had to go look around a lot. I went in some sandboxes and I did find a desert helmet, which was pretty useless to me, but like it looks kind of cool, okay? In that day though, I did find some larger ruins. It's pretty hard to navigate during the sandstorm and I feel like I went in circles for a while. I was kind of getting worried though. I was out for a while now and I didn't know really how to get back. But it was fine, because on day 31 to 34, I found a tower, which actually at the time I thought would have been really bad. I thought there might be some enemies or it would be a dungeon. It turned out to be villagers, and I went to go take their beacon, which is called the Heart of Ra. They didn't seem quite happy. I decided to go leave after that and continue looting, and I found a channeling book as well as the Bane of Arthropods, which is pretty good, but not as good as this. I found a pyramid. I thought I could go in, but the blocks were just indestructible. I don't know what to do. There were also tons of raiders guarding it. I wasn't really sure though why they were guarding this pyramid. I guess we'll have to find out later. It was way too risky to go fight them. On the way home, I found a short bow with power 3. I finally had a bow and arrow. While I was adventuring home, I found some angry desert wolves and an alpha of the pack. I thought with my dirty bones, I could try and tame them, which I was able to do. I was able to tame 3 of these wolves, and I was able to ride the alpha. This was pretty good. I had a new way of transport. I was so thankful though, because when I was looting, I did find a saddle. This meant I can go travel at much faster speeds, and probably even destroy raiders. Now all we have to do is find our way home, and that didn't take long with this wolf. Day 39 to 40 was really bad. Once I got home, I realized the place was infiltrated with raiders everywhere. I was scared. I didn't want anything to get damaged. I decided to go help my great wolf, and by getting on top of it and starting to attack all the raiders from the side. I thought this would be the best way since it's hard for both of us to get hit. I started firing shots with my short bow, hoping I could kill all of these tribes. But there were so many. I was starting to get worried. Could this be where I die? I killed most of the archers. I started continuing on the wall. If I can make a small wall, I can at least get most of them out for now. This did take a long time though. I had to keep going in and out just so I couldn't die, and I was worried about my wolf too. Unfortunately though, while I was dying, one of the smaller wolves died. Rest in peace, wolf. You did a great service. I was starting to get worried though. It was getting dark. I started to continue placing walls though, and just hoping that no more archers would come. There already was tons. This was really intense, but I was getting close to finally finishing the first part of it, and I did. Finally, no more could come inside. I had to continue this though on day 41. I decided to go make some more walls, and it ended up making a second layer. I was kind of glad I used that pickaxe to go get some sandstone. That was very intense, but finally, we're safe. Day 42, I actually could go get some palm trees now. I didn't have to worry about getting attacked by raiders. This meant I wouldn't have to use any more deadwood. Deadwood is so ugly, and it might be worse than birchwood. We did place some palm tree saplings and some emmer seeds. We wanted to make sure our farm had enough, and we didn't want to have to worry about bread. I made sure to crush it all in the quern and use the bone meal as well to go grow all these trees. Day 43 to 45 weren't too special. I decided to add some little things to my base, such as adding more trees, just killing all these stupid raiders. Also, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to subscribe. If we get enough subscribers, I'm planning on doing 2 videos a week. Anyway, enough of that. On day 45 to 54, I started working on a second layer to the house. I wanted to go use all that palm wood I got, since I actually have a lot now. I decided to go make the second layer just a small chest room. I also broke my house with the Heart of Ra, but it's fine, I just ended up fixing all of it. Otherwise than that, I added some chests to the second layer, and I was planning on adding some sandbox crates. My base was nothing that special, but it was much nicer than it used to be, and I'm happy with that. Day 55 to 56, I got even more materials and made the wall higher. Archers could still get in from some angles, so I went and fixed that. But since it was so high now, I needed a way out. So on day 57, I made a trapdoor room that the raiders won't know about. Day 58 to 70, I went to go get some ore. I wanted to see if I could actually find diamond, since I knew diamond was pretty hard in this world. It was fine though, because I actually found some pretty close to me too. I continued exploring and found a much larger cave. This was good, and I actually got some obsidian, which I was going to use for enchantment table. table, and then I realized I can't get sugarcane. I'm quite dumb. I was looking around, and near a lava pool, I found an 8 piece of diamonds. This was so good. Now I had enough definitely to make a chest plate. Sadly, this diamond pickaxe I made was pretty useless since I can't even use the obsidian, but it's fine because we made the chest plate. Day 71 and 72, I realized there's hundreds of raiders around my base. This was scary. I started taking shots at them, hoping I could get some kills. I had to use the secret path. This is where the least raiders were. I knew I couldn't kill them all. There were so many. I ended up using the Iron's Greatsword, which did 10 attack damage. This was great, although it had a low attack speed. After a while, I was starting to get concerned. There were still hundreds of raids left, and they were taking a lot of my health. I realized I need to get back, and I can't defeat them. I think I just have to accept defeat and stay in my wall for now. I just need a new tactic. Although, my tactics aren't that great, and I decided to go charge and run outside. I could have taken my wolf with me, but I didn't want to lose them in this anarchy of attackers. I decided to go run. I want to go find the pyramid and defeat the pharaoh. I had no idea where a pyramid was though, and in this fog, it's much harder to find. I did find some other loot on the way and some ruins. This made me get a lot of food, so now I have a food source while I battle. This was actually quite good. And after ravaging and ravaging with tons of loot and looking around, I finally found the pyramid. This was really good, although getting hit by him wasn't good. I had to go heal, but after that, I started attacking all these raiders. I had to go defeat all these raiders so I could actually make it to the pyramid, but they're quite powerful, so I have to be smart and cautious. It was even harder since I can't build around the pyramid. It had some spiritual force onto it, but after going mining down, I realized I could find a doorway, and I did. From day 85 to 88, I decided I was ready to go inside the pyramid. The sand was covering it. I had no idea what was waiting in there until I saw them charging at me. I don't know what to do, but I decided to go in and start attacking. Thankfully, these stone mummified beasts can't even come near me. I went to go check their loot though, and their loot wasn't the greatest, but it's fine because I continued going down. They had a second layer, which actually had poison traps. I was not prepared for that. Although the traps were there, I continued to explore the pyramid. I wanted to see the depths and kill the pharaoh. There were traps everywhere. I didn't know how to avoid the traps, but then I realized with my diamond pickaxe, I'm able to dodge the traps by right-clicking on them. This was good. Now I can actually go grab some loot and be more safe. There were also these mummified blazerkins, but for some reason they didn't even want to come near me. I'm not sure why. But that doesn't matter. I found the main room and saw the pharaoh. Unfortunately, this tarantula tried to jump me, but it's fine. I went to go stop all these traps so I wouldn't run into them while I was attacking the pharaoh. I was close to finishing all the traps. Every time I closed one trap, I was getting closer to my destiny. I decided to summon the pharaoh. I wasn't prepared though. I didn't realize how fast it was, but I thought of a strategy. Maybe if I can go in circles, I can go defeat it. Me and the pharaoh just continued going around for ages until I eventually got it low. It was really continuous, but I got stuck in the corner and I could have died. This was getting really worrying. I was getting low, but the pharaoh was getting lower. I go around and eat my date and keep continuing with the loot until I get it low and pull my final blow. The pharaoh's been killed, but now we have all its undead to kill too. I then though go and loot its sarcophagus, and I find Eyes of Atom. Thankfully I had an Atom chestplate from one of the other ones before, but we also got a Totem of Undying. From day 89 to 99 was the journey home. We finally did it. We killed the pharaoh, and we've survived 100 days. At least nearly. We'll see. We safely made it home, and on day 100, I just appreciate the progress we've made in the 100 days. I look and see how much we've done. With all these raiders, we somehow survived and thrived on day 100. I'm Desesko, and this was 100 Days in Ancient Egypt.